Okay, it's been a while since I've made a maintenance vlog kind of video. I miss it. And I have not been riding the Himalayan for a couple of days now, and as a result, it's collecting dust. So I thought I'll use this opportunity to not only clean the chain, which I really wanted to for a very long time, ever since I've installed the new chain, I haven't cleaned it, and wash the bike also. Thanks to the leg, which is now healing, I thought to do this procedure myself, wash the bike, and let me quickly show you what all items I pack if I want to do this. Let's begin. Now, if you want to wash your bike, you can wash it as is, but since I'm going to clean the chain as well, it is usually better to put it on its center stand. And if you don't have a center stand, like the ones in KTM or any other motorcycle that you might have, you can usually just push it around the parking lot and clean it step by step. It's a little slow process in my opinion, but still you can do it. Okay, I'll just quickly make the bike go a little bit ahead so that there is better lighting and better space for me to work. There you go. Easy peasy. Now let me show you the bike up close since I haven't been riding the bike for a week and a half. Watch this. Do you see the mirrors? The handlebars. Look at the tank. I'm not going to touch here because it's paint. Cobwebs are also here. So yeah, this happens in usually a week and a half or 10 days. If you are not riding your bike and if you're not covered your bike, it becomes like this. Not to mention, this is the condition of the chain. Look at this. The slack is perfect, not that bad. The chain's pretty much straight, but look at the amount of dirt on it. My God. Look at the sprockets. Shit. Alright, let me just quickly get to it. Things you would need to clean your bike's chain. Definitely a stool, because I like to take some time to do this. Don't want to do this in a hasty manner, and I don't want to break my back. Hence, a stool is very important. A toothbrush, a metal wire brush, a rough rag, a good rag, bike shampoo, definitely a toolbox because I'll be opening the front sprocket cover as well, a grunge brush, a garden hose of some kind. These are very common on Amazon. I'll share a link on the description below. A bucket of water because that thing only holds up to 2 liters of water, so I'll be needing to refill that. A chain cleaner, and in case this one runs out, another chain cleaner, and the chain lube. Now I like to use this particular chain lube. This is by Line. This is Tech chain, a ceramic wax chain. This is very long lasting, and the best part about this lube is it does not fling on your rear wheel. So it keeps the job very neat and clean. That's why I love this. Now, in order to open up the sprocket cover, you will need a 5mm Allen bolt. Himalayan's sprocket is also attached through this small portion right here, so you might want to lift the cover up and then pull it out. See this notch? Look at how much dirty this gets. So good thing this will be cleaned as well. But let me show you this. Look at this. If you don't take care of your chain, it's gonna snap on you, and that will result in a catastrophe. So do this every 500 to 600 kilometers and your bike will thank you. Now, most motorcycles will have an endless loop chain which will look something like this. Like the rivets are between the chain, and the only way to get this chain on the bike is to remove the wheel and put the chain back on and put the wheel back on. Now, there is another type of chain that exists that has a sort of a master link to it. If you look closely, there will be one link that will look different from the rest of the link. Now, you want to make sure that this link right here is in good shape. So if I just quickly clean this, yep, it has a sort of a mushroom thing to it the rivets are coming out and the link looks pretty much secure. Now, once you have identified that, you may go ahead and start cleaning your chain. You can use kerosene, you can use diesel, whatever you can. Just do not use petrol or gasoline. The both are the same thing. There's different names in different countries, but don't use those because those will damage your O-rings and the chain will be rendered useless. If you want to have ease of use, ease of convenience while doing this, definitely go with an aerosol can. The best one is still kerosene, but second best. Now, start with generously applying the cleaner. Spray the cleaner onto the links. Always move the wheel by hand, never in first gear, because if you do that, that's mighty stupid of you. You're asking for trouble. Just take your time with it, be generous with it. It's only cleaner, it's cheap. Unbelievable. The dusty country that we live in. Shit. But anyways, I enjoy maintaining my motorcycle, not complaining about anything. Okay, once you have done that, take this opportunity to spray some cleaner on the side stand as well. This right here is the link for the side stand. Just spray some there, because all of those places the previous lube will get in and form a paste kind of a situation, which is quite hard to take off. Let it sit and then we'll spray it with some soapy water. Just take your sprocket cover and just blast it with, that's it, there you go. Now I'll just let this be here for a little while. Now just take the garden sprinkler, make sure there's no air here, and it just spins and it comes off. Easy peasy. Use some of the shampoo that I've got here and put about 200 ml of it inside this, so that makes a nice foamy thing. That's about it. This will last me quite some time. Just put this in, shake it a little bit because I know it's going to be foam, and works in vacuum kind of a thing. Just use this and spray generously with water. Haha. Also with the chain, it's just dirt, it should come off relatively easily. Get between the axle, get the engine heads, and repeat the process. Nice and foamy, it smells pretty minty. Having such a small thing, such as this garden hose kind of a thing, makes it really convenient to clean your bike on multiple occasions. You don't have to take it to a service center to wash it. And don't forget, when the water gets a little low, you can always top it up. Before opening this, just make sure the pressure is all released. Then it's pretty easy to open it up. So once you've waited for like a couple of minutes, then use your grunge brush and just sort of go at it. It is very easy to clean the chain with this particular brush. Rotate the wheel manually and repeat the process. Now what this does is it attacks the chain from 3 different sides, and should you wish to clean the other side as well, you can always use it like this and just rotate the wheel. Do not put your bike on first gear and try to take a shortcut, because it will end up in a disaster for you. Just take your time with it. If your chain has O-rings on them, you can use a soft bristle brush. That is really safe to clean your chain. But whatever you do, do not use a wired brush, because that will damage the O-rings, and as a result, the factory grease that is all trapped inside will come outside. You don't want that. There you go. That should do it. Now, since the chain is clean, you might also want to attack areas like these. You do not want to use excessive lube here, because what it does is it'll form a paste and it'll trap the heat inside, and as a result it might fry up your RR unit or your side stand sensors, and then you'll start to blame that the company doesn't produce nice bikes, whereas it's actually all about the maintenance, how you maintain the bike. Just take your time. You see all this gunk underneath this part right here? Just attack that. Make sure that there is no excess lube here, because once you give the bike to the service center, they would like to use all the lube at once, because it's not their lube, it's not their bike. Look at the amount of chunky look at the chunky amount of lube that comes out, right? So you don't want to do that. Just use some fair bit of amount, and just make sure you do it periodically. Beneath this part right here, this is all excess lube. Once you've done that, the same thing with the sprocket as well. Go at these sides, just clean it as best as you can, because the chain cleaner by this time would have done its work, and loosen up all that gunk, grime and dirt. Make sure you clean this area also, because it's important to keep in mind that this is the marking for chain slack. It might look like I'm making it more dirty, but I'm not. It's just the brush is doing its work. You might also want to attack it right here. Look at that, all that dirt. Just use your grunge brush. Make sure you clean this thing also. Look at all that paste. My God. Just please remember never to use excess lube, because it goes and flings everywhere. It creates all sorts of nightmares for you. There, this thing is done. I'll let it dry for a couple of minutes. Now, once you have done that, just spray it with some water. There you go. And you'll see it's pretty clean. Now the best part about this is you can also make it look like you're shooting a jet of water. See that? So it helps in getting rid of all the places where you can't reach normally. Just evenly spray it across. See that? Now the markings are all visible. Make sure to get the suspensions also. Do get the underside as well, which is right there. Get it places where it's hard to reach, like this area. Places like these. Get out. All done. Remember, this is not a jet spray, so there is no risk of me messing anything electronic. This is very cheap, very effective, and I love it. Now once you have done that, just take a fresh piece of cloth, just clean it. Ooh, me likey. Removes most of the stubborn dirt from it, and I like it. I'm quite thorough. I don't need these stickers again, so I'll be just peeling them off. This is Himalayan Spirit. I like maintaining my motorcycles. It's a therapeutic thing for me. I'm sure it is for most of the people out there who loves to watch my content. Thank you so much to you guys for the constant support. I love it. I will also get places like the front mud guard. I have to tell you, this is, as exciting as this is, it is also a little tiring. But take your time with it, don't rush things. So take this opportunity to clean under the seat, which I'm pretty sure is a lot more dirtier. I'll use a rough rag for this. I don't really care how much rough the rag is, it just needs to be a little bit clean. That is all. Almost. Loosen some dirt, because dirt tends to make a paste here and there, and things get a little difficult to work around. That's how. That's it. I do this once in 6 months. That's it. Just need to agitate the dirt so that it just comes off on its own. On its own. Awesome. And now this part is left. I'll use a fresh rag, put some water on it, and then carefully, just unidirection, and tackle it like that. There. I do not want to scratch the paint. And then a drier cloth. There. All done. I'll do the same thing on the front of the seat. That's it. Same thing. We are looking pretty good. Easy peasy. And after that, just wipe the chain clean and it should look like this. Do the work in small increments and it'll yield amazing results. You don't want to rush cleaning your chain, because once you start to see the link's color, original color, it just makes it look that much more neat and the process that much more rewarding. See, all that shiny. This is before and this is after. Remember to get between the links also, because that's a hard part. I love seeing the shiny chain. It is so good. And almost done. This is the master link. This one right here, which has the mushroom rivets on it. And I've inspected that this is also in a very good condition, so there are no chances of this thing coming off. And congratulations, we are done cleaning the chain. Hang on, just this place between the links is the tricky part. All done. Nice and shiny. Once you've cleaned the front sprocket, then it's time to come to the rear ones. Remember to clean it from here. There is the most dirt which gets accumulated here, and the backside also. Just move the wheel a little bit and just clean the sprocket as best as you can. See, it's important to clean the sprockets thoroughly so that it does not damage your chain. Of course, chain is a consumable item and you will need to replace it after a certain amount of miles, after a certain amount of kilometers, time. You just want to make sure that you can squeeze as much life as you can out of the ones that you've paid for. That's just good value for money. I generally like to keep my Himalayan like this. It is meant to be out in the dirt, but when it is parked, it has to shine. Kind of like her sibling, Interceptor 650. Now, if you are doing this once in 6 months, I really recommend you to open up this part as well, which is the chain protector. Just a 5mm Allen bolt and off it comes. This one right here is a 10mm hex nut. You can use the socket wrench. This thing doesn't come off, so that's all right. I'll just work my way around it. Look, just put this up. Clean as much as you can. All that gunk, see that? You need to clean under this also, because all that gunk will just stay there and further dirty your chain again and again. So it's important that you do that once in a while. Nothing fancy, nothing difficult. That's it. I'll use a brush. Just agitate that dirt. Done. Just use a dry cloth to clean it like that. Now it's just a matter of putting it back together. The 5mm bolt goes back in, right here, through the socket. Let me be extra thorough. And it's just a clip. There you go. There you go. Don't over tighten this because there is a washer outside. You might end up damaging this plastic fender because this is really light. It just is meant to protect the chain from dirt. That's it. Not from dirt actually, it's just meant to protect the chain in any way that it can. Actually, it is meant to protect the rider from the chain, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Not too tight, just enough. That's it. You're back in business, baby. And then do the same thing with the sprocket cover. You just want to wipe it clean because you have sprayed it with the cleaner. It will remove all the dirt that has been accumulating over it in a period of time. See? All done. See, it's important to take care of your motorcycle. Only then you would be able to enjoy it completely. Maintaining is just a part of owning the motorcycle. The best part, if you ask me, I'll just use a brush. Maybe this? Yeah, almost. Yes. There, problem solved. And then do the same thing. Just clean it using a rough rag. Perfect. Now, if you want to clean this even more further, you can do that with a regular toothbrush. And I don't want to do that. This is clean enough for me. Once it looks like this, with little to no dirt on it, you are good to go. Ta-da! This looks much better than what it was previously. And once your chain starts to look like this, it's time to loop the chain up. Now, in order to properly loop the chain, you need a piece of cardboard so that you don't fling the lube on your rear wheel. Now, start by placing the cardboard behind the chain like this, and you want to loop the inside of the links right here. That's it. And then move the chain, blast it some more, and repeat the process. You need to lube it right here. No point in lubing it outside the chain. This part is the one which stays in contact with the sprocket. So you need to lube it exactly right here. You don't need to use excess lube. Just a little bit is enough. That's it. And the job is almost done. Always spin the wheel manually. Never put your bike on the first gear and do it. You can lose and you will lose a finger. Just don't do it. Not worth the risk. Once you have lubed your chain, it'll look like this. Neat and clean. No excessive lube anywhere. There is absolutely no point in lubing right here. It doesn't make sense. So why would you do it? This is how you do it. Neat and clean job. I hope this helps. Let's put the sprocket cover back on. This notch right here goes through this thing, this hole, this socket. Just put it like that and put the screws back on. That's 1, 2, 3. Not too tight because you need to open it again in 6 months or 600 kilometers. Just enough. That's it. Okay, this was a tiny video on how to clean and wash your Himalayan 450 or any bike for that matter. Remember, once you're done, just cleanliness is close to godliness. Put your tools back together. Thank you so much for watching my videos and helping to support the channel. Your comments, your views, your opinions, your likes, they really mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. And if you are a new viewer and want to see more such content, feel free to suggest more such ideas on the comments. I read and respond to all. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That really helps me. Thank you so much for watching. This is Sri. I'll see you in the next one.